On the eve of the 2022 European Championships, two-time Ballon d'Or winner Alexia Putellas suffered from an anterior cruciate ligament injury that kept her away from the tournament and the just-ended football season. ACL injuries have sadly become a common theme in the women's game, and with the World Cup approaching, more players have been ruled out due to ACL tears, and some will miss out on the global showdown because of it. Delphine Cascarino, Leah Williamson, Beth Mead, Vivian Miedema, Julia Gavin, Sarah Dabritz, Kristen Prest, Claire Lavoisier, Yana Fernandez, Marta and Kadidiatu Diani are some of the high-profile players who've in the last 12 months suffered from what is described as the worst injury in football. In fact, 25% of the 2022 Ballon d'Or nominees have suffered from an ACL injury, which is a signal of a chronic problem in the game. Research indicates that women are 2 to 8 times more likely to suffer from an ACL injury than their male counterparts, but there is no clear-cut reason as to why this happens. However, several variables including the anatomy of the female body, the quality of player development which involves training, facilities used and rehabilitation, the menstrual cycle and a rapid rise of the women's game are considered to be contributing factors. The physical difference between men and women seems to predispose female footballers to ACL tears. Women have wider hips, and because of that, there's an increase in angulation of the knee. That, coupled with having less muscle mass around the knees, puts more stress on the soft tissues, which leads to instability and in turn increases the chances of an ACL tear. The shape of the bones in women differ from that of men. Women have a narrower groove that the ACL passes through in the femur, which again makes them more prone to an ACL injury. The smaller size of their ACL also puts them at risk as it's not able to withstand the pressures. The movement of female footballers gives a clue as to why ACL tears are more common among them. Women players tend to land flat-footed with the knees moving inwards. They have delays in the activation of hamstrings and tend to overuse their quadriceps when landing from a jump, which increases the force on the ACL, hence chances of a rupture. The menstrual cycle is thought to exacerbate the issue due to hormonal changes. When estrogen levels are elevated, normally in the second week, it increases the looseness of muscles, causing instability and increasing the risk of injury. When it comes to the quality of player development, women largely play using boots designed for men, which doesn't take into account the shape of their feet, heels, arc, and movement. Additionally, the kind of facilities women use during their development, the quality of medical staff, the amount of workload in terms of the length of the leagues, and international commitments are contributing factors. As for player development, female footballers are likely to have significantly less time and exposure during the early stages of their career to structured coaching and progressive training compared to their male counterparts, which means they have little exposure to the development of their bodies to the pressures of the game. The rapid growth of the women's game, while exciting and positive, is raising questions about the welfare of the players in relation to the workload and recovery times the players get. So what can be done about this issue? Research is being done to gain clarity on the matter, as the increased number of the ACL injuries cannot be attributed to any one factor. Clubs are working with professionals to design programs that can help in studying and providing data that can be used to provide clarity. The availability of data in the women's game is something that holds back sufficient research. As such, there is a call to provide sufficient funding to support comprehensive research into the causes of increased ACL injuries among players. Investment into the women's game has gradually been growing, but more needs to be done to ensure that there are quality resources at all levels of the game to minimize the chances of ACL injuries. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the 12th Man. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.